Hello. I'm pretty sure that we're on. Everything should hopefully be all good. And it's the one we've been waiting for. It is night one of WWE Summerslam 2026. It's in Minneapolis, obviously in Minnesota. Of course, USA. The live stream is working. We're all good. So I've come on with 25 minutes until the show begins. It's actually quite a nice one. If it all goes well, it should be 11 o'clock UK time through till about 2:30-ish in the morning, so that is more generous than it normally is. Because obviously when we get one, it's normally on the West Coast and it will kick off at either midnight or 1 a.m. Obviously it will go through if it's WrestleMania until 4 or 5. So it's not brilliant, but this is a lot better than what it normally is. So I'm going to take a victory if we're going to look at it that way, because obviously the only shows we really get to stream, I try to do the big four, the Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. I'm going to try to do the series when we get to November, of course. But obviously, you've got to go for the big four throughout the year. I've given up trying to watch the Saturday night's main event because I think they are just, unfortunately, a bit pointless. Obviously, when it first came back, the concept was good. You know, just a less priority PLE. You get to see more superstars on it, but now the fact that they're doing one every 6 weeks minimum, that's the longest you'll go without one, isn't worth doing. Because take the one a couple of weeks ago, Cody and CM Punk versus Sami Zayn and Gunther. If Gunther and Sami win, they get added to this match at SummerSlam. I think it was totally needless, to be honest. And then you got like bleeding Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and a couple of NBA players like Tyrese Halliburton involved. And then Danhausen versus JD McDonough, the easiest match to predict ever. You know, just that sort of thing. These smaller 4-match card shows just on random Saturday nights in US cities, I just don't think they're needed, to be honest. But clearly, you know, it brings them in money just so that people can say, oh yeah, I'm going to a PLE tonight. But if that was you, would that not just feel a little bit downgrading maybe? If you were saying, like, I'm going to a PLE tonight, oh, where are you going? SummerSlam. Oh, nice, enjoy. Saturday night's main event. Oh shit, is that even any good? You know, just that sort of thing. But we've got 6 matches across the 2 nights, tonight and tomorrow. And I know there's been a lot of people saying that it's quite unbalanced. There's more good matches tonight, but what do I know? So I don't really think I'm the one who should be commenting on that. But 6 matches tonight, and we're going to run through them all with my predictions, hot takes, and let's see how much I can screw up this time. Because if you remember the WrestleMania streams that I tried, I mentioned my predictions afterwards. I think I got 2 matches across the whole 2 nights right, and it was just a sham. Night of Champions that we were on for in, was it June or July? I think it's either early July or late June. I think it's been about 5-ish weeks since I was last on with you guys. I think live. Night Champions. 27th of June. So 5-ish, 4.5 weeks since we were last on. And I'll choose to remember that well because we had over 2,000 people drop into the stream throughout it. And, well, we can hope for the same sort of thing, but I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself. Obviously, that show was in Saudi Arabia. And it came with a pretty meaningless surprise at the end with Sami Zayn winning the World Championship, holding it for 9 days and dropping it to CM Punk. Hence why we are in the position we are now with SummerSlam. So let's get back to SummerSlam and we'll kick off with the predictions for the Women's World Championship match tonight. We have Liv Morgan defending against Iyo Sky. Iyo beat Liv in the Queen of the Ring final at Night of Champions back in June. Now, seeing as Iyo beat Liv there, I think that's her proving that she can beat Liv. And I think that is what's going to happen tonight. I don't think Liv's defended the title once since she won it at WrestleMania. So I don't think they've had the right direction creatively for this. And I think Liv will drop the belt tonight. to Iyo, but the way to think about it is, what circumstances do we get for Liv to drop the belt? Do we get Raquel and/or Roxanne turning on Liv and Dom? Does she leave the Judgment Day? Does Dom accidentally screw it up and she leaves? Or are we going to reignite SummerSlam 2025 all over again? 2024? Rhea? Okay, there's the hot take. There's the one hot take for the match. I said I'll be involving them. What if Rhea does have some part to play? I doubt it, because obviously we spent over a year doing the Liv and Rhea storyline anyway. Based off what they're saying on the pre-show here, Hell in a Cell Brock versus Oba is going to start tonight. They're just showing people walking in at the moment. Speaking of which, we've got Iyo arriving just now. And I've managed to turn it off. That's good going. That's really good going on my part. Managed to turn it off. And I just realised I need to get my graphic up. I meant to do that earlier. Hopefully that's on there. There we go. Beautiful. Right, that is what I wanted. So, yeah. Now, you might have to excuse me throughout this stream. My hay fever has been an absolute bastard the last couple of days. I was hoping it would have been. I've tried antihistamines and everything, but it's just not doing me any favours. So, just a warning, if I do randomly turn the microphone off, it probably does just mean I'm having a sneezing fit. But these things can't be helped. Right, I'm getting off track. So, overall, match 1, Iyo to Liv to become the Women's World Champion. Okay, next up, we've got a weird 6-man tag match. We have the Bloodline, Jimmy and Jey Uso and Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa, LA Knight and Royce Keys. The most random 3-man team that you could throw together on Monday Night Raw against the Bloodline. Former leader of his own Bloodline and the MFT, Solo, with LA Knight and the very smallly used Royce Keys, formerly Powerhouse Hobbs, obviously. But I think it would be stupid for them to do anything other than have the Bloodline look strong. Because I've heard a lot of criticism heading into this match as to the to boo either team. LA Knight, so hot, always gets a pop. There's always discussions and people rallying for him to be pushed into the world title scene. Royce Keys, I don't think some people who sporadically watch even know who he is. And Solo, this feels like it should be more of a personal Bloodline story rather than him and Solo, LA, Royce in a 6-man tag. I feel like this should be more of a blow-off than it is. Obviously, last year we had the steel cage at SummerSlam, Solo and Jacob over the US title, but I don't know, it's just a bit of a mishmash team, really. So I've got the Bloodline to win. But if we're going to go for a hot take for this match, I must say I don't think the graphic being up is doing me any good here. Yes, I'm going to put the matches, if that's what you're asking, I will put them into the chat. I'll put polls on. But if we're going to go for a hot take from this match, do we add a new member to the Bloodline? And there is an obvious option to this. It's Zilla Fatu. We've got to add Zilla to the match, I think. If we're going to bring in anything, either foul play towards the result or just anything like that, surely Zilla's the logical option. He's been seen at the Performance Center. We know he's under contract with them. So, I don't know, maybe do we bring him into the equation or do we wait until the next Raw? And I kind of hope not, because then that means that there's a chance that this might carry on towards Survivor Series, which no one wants. Like I said, I don't think there's much demand for this match anyway, seeing as people want to cheer both teams, because obviously the Usos always popular. The only time they are going to get booed is if they were with Roman back in the original Bloodline, like 2022, proper booing the Usos, that sort of thing. But you're just not going to get that now. Obviously, Jay had his big 2-year main event push, so no one wants to boo him after that. So, yeah, I mean, it's a weird match, but I can see the Bloodline winning it one way or another. always good when I've been going for about 8 minutes and I'm starting to lose my voice already. That's a good sign of things to come for the night. Okay, third match. We've got Gunther versus the debut in-ring for Nick Aldis. Now, there's a lot of people saying Aldis is going to win this, but I'm not so sure. Solely because if Gunther is to win, how are we going to do this? Will it be clean? Will Gunther win dirty, which he so often does? So I've got it as Gunther to win, and it won't be a clean win because this isn't the end of Gunther and Nick Aldis. Obviously, he's now stepped down as SmackDown's GM, so it does mean that he will be an in-ring persona now. And I think I'm going to go for the hot take here. Adam Pearce. Does he get involved? Maybe. But surely if Adam Pearce was going to get involved, he's had trouble with Gunther. So maybe he comes out to back Aldis, and then we could argue that might lead to a distraction for Nick Aldis, and then Gunther ends up capitalising from there. I don't know. But that's my hot take, that Adam Pearce will have some role in this match. Okay, fourth match, we have another 6-person tag. This time it is Bellas and Paige against Fatal Influence. Fatal Influence obviously have the tag titles, and this isn't for the titles. They are not on the line because it is a 6-person competition. So I think they might go towards the feel-good moment and have the Bellas and Paige win, but I'd rather see Fatal Influence win. You've got to give them some momentum. You've given them the belts, and you can't just give up on that push there. You've got to keep it going after the win. So I think seeing as, even if they were to lose, it maybe wouldn't hurt the picture as much as it would if the titles were on the line. I think the only logical thing that they can do is give them the win. But like I said, there's a possibility for a feel-good moment. And if we're going to have to go for a hot take on this, Paige is turned on or turns. Either or. That's quite far out, really, but you never know what could happen. Okay, fifth match, we have Oba versus Brock 3. This will be the final chapter. This is Hell in a Cell. They're running a promo for it at the moment. Stone Cold and The Rock. The Rock might happen. Potentially. I'll get into that in a second. Stone Cold. Unlikely if you mean in-ring. The Rock might play a part. Obviously, he had the match at WrestleMania 41. Was it 40? No, it's 40. Austin, I don't think he's likely to have a match unless he does a one-off Rumble appearance or anything. The Rock, there's a potential. But anyway, getting back to Oba and Brock, I think this is the proper passing of the torch. This is what we thought we were getting at WrestleMania when Brock retired. Oba has to win. For the sake of his rest of his year and the direction that the WWE has to go in, Oba has to win. That's a definite. So I think he will, and obviously I'm not the only person who has noticed that SummerSlam is in Minnesota and it's in Minneapolis, Brock Lesnar's home city and state. So with that being the condition, I think Oba will win. But my 2 hot takes, I've got 2 for this one. Well, I don't know. Brock Lesnar to retire, that's not a hot take. That is my main prediction, that Oba wins, Brock retires properly. They give him the mic and he goes out on his terms. But my hot takes are, quote, something really fucking stupid happens in this match. Now, I don't know what, but I would not be surprised if there was an F5 off the top of the Hell in a Cell or something like that. My more realistic hot take is that both men are busted open in the match. Either, if not both of them, things will most likely happen. And if I had to put it in order, I would say Brock will probably be busted open first, followed by Oba. And you would think the bloodshed would be somewhere more controlled than Eddie Guerrero and JBL or Drew and CM Punk. I don't know where we go with that, but anyway, we have one more match, and linking to what you asked me about Steve Austin, this is where, not Steve Austin, The Rock, this is where we go to it. The main event tonight is CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed World Championship. Now, I love Cody. I just want to make this clear. I love Cody Rhodes. I love everything he's for. But I think it's time for a change. Every time that Cody Rhodes has challenged for the title, after he loses it, he wins it back straight away. This is one of the longer times he's gone without winning it back. And obviously, last year, WrestleMania, he lost the belt to Cena. He won it back from him at SummerSlam. He lost the title to Drew in January. He was champion again by the end of February. And now he retained at WrestleMania against Randy. And now it's a case of there's been a little bit of hot potato with the title. Obviously, Sammy won it at Night of Champions. Then we've gone to CM Punk 9 days later. And that leads to where we are now. But I think Punk has to retain here because people are going to get really sick of the idea of every time Cody Rhodes loses the championship, if you give him another chance at the next PLE, he will win the belt back. I think people are going to get sick of that quite quickly. If we were to do that for another year and a half or so, if we get to the start of 2028, everyone's just going to think, Cody's lost the belt, he'll be champion again in 6 weeks, this sort of thing. So I think Punk has to retain. Do we get a heel turn? And obviously, if we get a heel turn for Cody, then The Rock may well play a part, and we might have a follow-on from Elimination Chamber last year, in the sense that Cody Rhodes might well sell out and sell his soul to The Rock. This is what I'm thinking. It's a little bit far out, but I don't know. That was my hot take as well. Now, my other one was Randy Orton and/or Kevin Owens to return. But the problem is they've leaked something, well, deliberately. And I think I might have a reason why. But Kevin Owens is there. The WWE on their TikTok, I noticed it about 40 minutes ago, has posted a video of the likes of Dominic Mysterio doing a meet and greet. And who shows up at the door? It's Kevin Owens. You know, they're actively showing him. I'm just trying to find it. This isn't going to be clear. Wait, hang on. Yeah, I remember when I did this last time. I had to turn the brightness down. There we go. Look, KO is back. This is on the WWE's TikTok 45 minutes ago. And I'll just show you it from the start again. Kevin Owens is backstage at SummerSlam. Surely they should have kept this hidden, like so that when he returns, the pop is not quite expected. Because if he's there, he's got to play a part in something. But you could also say, have they shown Kevin Owens there deliberately to distract from the fact that Randy Orton might be there? Because I think they're just going to try and overstimulate people, basically. Because they're going to be thinking about Kevin Owens through the whole show, wondering where he is, what he's going to do, and how he's going to play out in the story. And then Randy Orton shows up. There's a potential for that to happen, if you see what I'm saying. But I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of ways this could go. But long story short from that match, I think we need to see Punk retain, potential heel turn for Cody. But I think only one of the two things I've said will happen. If Cody turns heel with The Rock, we will not be getting Randy Orton or Kevin Owens involved. If The Rock isn't involved and Cody doesn't turn heel, then dependent on who's champion, I think that might influence who comes out. If Cody's champion, Kevin Owens is more likely to show up and challenge him. If CM Punk is champion, I feel like Randy Orton is more likely to be there. And obviously, we do know that Owens is there. Orton, we don't know. I'm just going to have a look on Twitter, but as far as I know, no one is aware that Randy is at SummerSlam. Like, that's what I can tell so far, that he isn't there. I don't think... I'm just going to see. I'm just going to search for Randy Orton in my Twitter feed. See, this is the only thing that I've seen that could potentially bring us back a bit. Randy Orton expected to return to programming within the next few weeks. He's been put on very soon as their timeline, and that tweet is from 5 days ago. And that's on quite a few things. But there's a potential for other people to show up in the next couple of nights. I'll just get into it a little bit now, but Drew might well be there tomorrow. Don't know who he's going to get involved with. He might well show up in the main event scene with the title. We don't know. Haven't seen him since WrestleMania, since he had the unsanctioned match with Jacob Fatu. This could go anywhere. With this main event, it's interesting. I think not so much the match. It's the aftermath that's really going to hook people in for tomorrow. Because imagine like you skip this and it turns out you've missed the likes of Punk, Cody, Orton, Owens, potentially Drew, potentially The Rock. There's a lot to unravel with it, isn't there? So I'm curious to see where we go anyway. So it's 4 minutes to 11 now. And it is time for the show to begin. Well, they're singing something about America, so no disrespect. I think I'm going to use this as my opportunity to switch between YouTube and Netflix. So let's do this. I imagine there will be a lot of me drinking water, seeing as my voice is a state. Right. Okay, now we're struggling. Why is my Netflix having a fit? That's great. Just trying to have a look on mine just to make sure everything's okay with it. I mean, if I need to watch it on the phone, then I will, but I would much rather watch it on the TV, to be honest. Because it means I will have to put my phone on charge. I was literally on it earlier, though. Right, Summerslam. There it is. Okay, I can get it on the phone if need be, but it's really not ideal. Yeah, that's just a massive fuck over. It's been working all day. And then that's a nightmare. Okay, so we're on the then now forever graphic. I mean, I've got it on the phone for now, but this is ridiculous. I can't believe that. Like, that my Netflix just isn't working now. But it's been fine all day.
This is Minneapolis, Minnesota, the U.S. Bank Stadium, home of the Indianapolis Vikings. And tonight, we'll be the end of tonight WWE Summerslam. Tonight's superstar rivals represented by
Let me... Okay, I'm just sending myself an email. I'm trying to sort out Netflix. I would much rather, like I said, be able to get it on the TV rather than trying to have to do this on the phone on the smaller screen. Because I'll admit my eyesight isn't brilliant, but... So they're showing people walking in again. We've got Gunther, Nick Aldis are there, of course. But there's Fatal Influence and Paige and the Bellas arriving. And there is Cody and Punk.
Rhodes, friends, now foes. Welcome to SummerSlam Saturday. The epic two-night SummerSlam begins. Let's take it back to what we love it at. Everybody sees the swag, the success, the charisma. You can't taste that part. But what they don't see is the focus it takes to get here. Every rep, every sacrifice. How do you think they get the physiques that they do? Training hard like absolute animals. Putting in the work. That's how you earn the right to walk this time. And that's how every WWE superstar earned theirs. Doesn't matter if your tunnel leads to a field or a ring. Pressure's on the other side. Bet.
Okay, this has been rather slow. I do apologise. It's on Netflix, and I think the first hour might be on. It depends where you are. If you're in a country that has ESPN, it's on there for the first hour, and it's on Netflix and Peacock everywhere else. Yeah, that's the best places to watch it.
This is where stars become highlights. Showdown in Minnesota. Odds up. Skull. Welcome everybody to SummerSlam.
No, I have not had an email. Okay, phone it is for now. Only other way I could think of would be maybe use a VPN to set yourself in a country that it might just be on TV. That's all I could recommend, friend. I don't know. Yeah, not quite sure. Oh, we're starting with the Women's World Championship. Okay, that's misleading because I thought when they were showing the Hell in a Cell. Weird. Right, let me just try and sort Netflix out again. I'm determined to try and get this back onto the TV. Right.
I have called the genius of the sky the best wrestler in the world today. And an opportunity to show that tonight as we kick off SummerSlam Saturday. Iyo Sky has some momentum. She defeated the champion.
So it's Iyo and Liv. Obviously, I've got Iyo to win.
A massive result and an arduous pathway to get this championship opportunity, but ultimately, as her opponent tonight, Liv Morgan, says, it's not about tournaments, it's about championships, and Iyo has to convert tonight.
Alright, here comes Liv. I feel like her music's underrated. No, I can't show the vid. The stream will get taken down, unfortunately. Yeah, second I put anything like that on the WWE's moderators on YouTube will see it and take it down, unfortunately. Trust me, if I could, I would. No. Okay, TV is not working. I wonder if there's a way that I could... So this is the USB option on here. I wonder if I could use that. Where have I got a USB? I swear I've got one somewhere. I wonder if I could use USB, in which case I'd be able to get it on there. Right, let's try this. I suppose really it's been 2 years since Liv and Dom started working together properly now, isn't it? Because I was at SummerSlam that you betrayed Rhea. Liv must be one of the few on the roster, if not the only one, who sung her own music. Okay, I don't think this one's doable. Alright, we're underway anyway. So it is. Right, Liv's on the counter anyway. I'm going to keep trying anyway. Right, Iyo with a big kick to Liv on the ropes. Now stomping away at her, of course. Double knees to Liv in the corner.
It has been a year since she held a world championship. Iyo, who knocked off Liv in the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament to earn this. A double underhook by Sky. Liv misses wildly. Now Iyo looks to pick up the pace. The elusive style of
Iyo again gets Liv. Big drop kick to Liv there.
WWE fans here in Minnesota firmly behind the genius of the Sky, but Liv Morgan tries to counter and runs into a right hand by Iyo. There's got to be a little coming if you're going to take down Iyo Sky, and right now everything Liv Morgan is trying is backfiring. Now Iyo Sky using it over that fan in the front row to take it to the backhand, but it backfired. Liv Morgan drops it on her lips.
Alright, Liv with some good offense there again.
It's SummerSlam. You want to do something spectacular, give fans their money's worth, but you cannot take your eyes off someone as cunning as Liv Morgan for as long as that, because you will pay every time. Liv Morgan with a drop kick of her own, a three-time world champion, four-time tag champ. She won the Royal Rumble this year to earn her opportunity at WrestleMania. First ever crown jewel champion, also a Money in the Bank winner. Great resume for Morgan, who now is having some issues with.
So Liv's arguing with the ref at the moment. Now stomping away on Iyo again. Right, I've tried to send myself the link on WhatsApp, so It says there's a 5-minute window for that to send, in which case I might be able to get back on. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do the whole show on my phone. Alright, Liv's in control again. She's got Iyo down, bringing her back up again now. Big suplex from Liv. Now she's gone for the Three Amigos. Here she goes. She's gone for it. She's going to get the third. Yes, she is. Now she's doing the Eddie Guerrero shuffle as well. Pulling out all the stops there. Alright, first cover attempt by Liv. 2. I don't know, it'd only be 2. It was just a bleeding drop kick. Okay, Enziguri more, but still. You get what I'm saying? It would have been extremely frustrating for people if that had been the way. Alright, Liv has got Iyo where she wants him in the middle. Roll up by Iyo. Stomp to the mid. Alright, both down in the middle.
But here's the thing, Iyo Sky, with just that little flurry of offense, has allowed herself some space here. It's a time to regroup against the champion. Yeah, she was absolutely getting smothered by Liv Morgan. It's a desperate time for Iyo Sky, but Iyo Sky...
Alright, here we go again. Liv dropped face first. Now Iyo, big kick to the face.
Levels of recuperation there from Iyo Sky, who is immediately now completely back on top. Some of the greatest stamina we have seen in WWE. Iyo got caught up momentarily in the ropes, but she did not allow it to affect her as she goes to work on the right arm.
Io's going up.
Iyo Sky is a little mistake in the corner. She can still capitalize. Iyo missile.
Alright, missile drop kick from Iyo. Kip up now as well. She's got some momentum. Iyo bigging everyone up now.
They love the genius in the sky. It's a woman at the peak of her powers right now. Iyo with a bullet train.
Bullet train to Liv. Liv's rolled under the rope. On the apron. Headbutt to the Iyo. The kick back in return. Iyo. Now. Sunset flip through the middle rope to Liv Morgan. Big move there from Iyo.
Champion's advantage here tonight. Sky has to pin or submit the champ. We'll take a look at the impact of Liv Morgan. Not only the back and the spine, but also the back of the head of Morgan. Whiplashing against those very, very thin pads. That solid concrete underneath there.
Right, I've tried to get it to somebody. There we go. I think I might have been sending it to the wrong number. That's great.
Back out to the apron. Morgan's in trouble. She's got to do something here to be able to regroup Wade. Yeah, hopes are fading rapidly for the champion to hold on to her title here. Oh, look at this. I was wondering when they were...
Here's Roxanne. And
Roxanne
takes Iyo off the top rope. Does Raquel. Here we go. Judgment Day involved. I told you they would be. Cover by Liv. Iyo kicks it too. Yeah, now the Judgment Day are involved.
It's how Raquel Rodriguez won the Intercontinental title Monday night. Well, it's chaos that they create. Not quite enough there for Liv Morgan, but crucially, Liv Morgan is still in the fight and has a chance when it looked like she was about to be put to the sword. Yeah, but mentally is she in the fight? Looking for oblivion. Iyo Sky with a boot to the face. Roxanne Perez again up on apron.
And now, here they go again. Liv sent over the top rope. Raquel manages to catch her, but Roxanne's took the brunt of it. Now they're all back up. Iyo's going up. Moonsault incoming. There's the moonsault, but Liv was able to move out of the way. Raquel and Roxanne who take it from Iyo there. Hurricanrana. Head scissors through the middle rope from Liv there.
Morgan needs to put this away right now. This might be the only chance she gets. Yeah, I got to give Morgan some credit here that she's still in this fight thanks to the Judgment Day. The champion now going to head up to the top rope.
All right, Liv's going up top.
Don't see her fly that often. Iyo Sky, who's comfortable up there. Gonna show today. One time to Morgan.
And now, Iyo, I think we're going for a superplex now.
Morgan just didn't have the balance to pull that move off quick enough. That is
But they're going back and forth on the top turnbuckle anyway. I'm going to put 2 and 2 together and assume that's where we're going with this.
What does Iyo Sky have planned? Morgan's on the top rope as well. Sky.
Yep. Spanish fly. Iyo covers. 2. Kick out by Liv. Yeah, Liv out of it at 2. Just trying to set up my tripod so that I can stop having to move the phone. And I can just put it almost like a telly sort of thing. I understand what I'm doing anyway. Yeah, I know what I'm doing with this. There we go. That's better. I used to have one of them things where you could put your phone in it and then you'd be able to like enlarge it on the screen, but I don't know where it went. I lost it about a year ago. It was good. Shots back and forth between Liv and Iyo in the middle now. Just more back and forth. Liv has the upper hand. Iyo. And now sends Liv down. And she's going to go for it again. Backbreaker. And Liv able to get away from it again. Okay, Iyo goes knees first into the turnbuckle. Liv was able to move again. Goes for Oblivion. Iyo catches her. She's got in a sleeper hold at the moment. Now she's moved out of it. That was like Crossroads. That was similar to Cody's move. Love from Pakistan, I appreciate that. Randy Orton may or may not return. We'll see later in the show. Iyo just hit Liv with Oblivion. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out by Liv again. She's not going to go down to her own move. Yeah, Liv able to avoid going down to the Oblivion. Iyo getting Liv back up now. Iyo going up top again. Went for the moonsault. Liv moves. Iyo's blown her knee out. Liv. Face breaker. Cover. 2. Kick out again by Iyo. I feel like we do something big here with the momentum of the match and the way we're going so far. I feel like we are due something. But what something is, I don't know. Also, I find it funny that one of the barricade sponsors for this is Morgan & Morgan, like the investment firm. And it's Liv Morgan in the ring. Liv wants Oblivion. Iyo sent her through the middle rope. Liv skins the cat. Iyo. German suplex on the apron. Liv up against the rope now. Iyo going for it again. Bullet train against the steel ring post. But Iyo's hurt herself in doing so. Iyo's going to try to go up again here. Wonder if she's actually going to be able to pull this off. Big moonsault. Liv got knees up. Liv got the knees. Now, Oblivion. Iyo rolls through. Face breaker again by Liv. Now Oblivion. That's got to be it. Liv. 1, 2, 3. Liv retains. Okay, I've already screwed up the predictions. Liv retains. So, Iyo, Queen of the Ring, unsuccessful. Liv Morgan. Oh, that's one of the sneezing fits I said about earlier. Oh. So Liv retains anyway. Defeats Iyo there. She only hit 2 Oblivions. Again, both of them right at the end. It's a nice sequence to end the match. Liv went for the splash. Liv with the first code breaker. Then Iyo was able to roll through after the cover. Then obviously, of course, there was the big German suplex on the apron beforehand. And then Liv got the knees up. Then she got the first Oblivion. Iyo rolled through. Then the code breaker. Then the second Oblivion. Then the pin. So it's a really nice sequence to end the match there. Obviously, only going to benefit Liv Morgan in that case.
An insane matchup to kick off SummerSlam Saturday. You may not like her attitude. You may not like Judgment Day. But you've got to respect Liv Morgan, the Women's World Champion.
Well, there goes Liv. So that's our first match done. Iyo crying in the ring by the looks of it. So just panned out to the crowd at the moment. Alright, we've cut backstage. We've got the Usos and Jacob Fatu. So we've got our 6-man tag next. Usos and Fatu versus Solo, LA Knight and Royce Keys. That is our next match. Right, I'm going to go for a sec. I'm going to try and sort Netflix out. So let's hope that we can sort this. I've done it. I've managed to get back into Netflix. And that is why you have a second backup account. Oh, fucking hell. Back in though. And I've done it in time before this second match gets underway. Now, I did realise I've not even utilised my graphics. I didn't even think to.
Citizens are advised to stay indoors as emergency services assess the scale of impacted areas. Please stand by and await further instructions.
So they're doing some special promo entrance. Oh no, they're not. It's a fucking Gears of War promo. Of course it is. One time I think we're getting a match. Alright, so we want... Where is my graphic? It's on here somewhere. There it is. Alright, so... Alright, here come the Usos. And their entrance is seemingly being done with Gears of War. It sounds like they've actually got someone... Yeah, they've got someone doing it live action. That is awful. Oh god, the bloke in the Villa shirt's there. There's always two people near the front of these shows. One's in a blue shirt, one's in a Villa shirt. Funny, I always find that. Just being a Brummy, I always find that really satisfying. Even if I don't support Blues or Villa, I'm a Brighton fan, but I still find that really funny. Right, here's the Usos on stage anyway. Now we're just waiting for Jacob. Here he comes. I'm just glad I've managed to rescue it and get it back on TV again. Honestly, I was thinking for the worst. When we first lost that, I thought, ah, shit, here we go, it's done. Like, we're done for the night. I'm so happy right now. Honestly, don't know how happy I am that we've got this back again. Right. I love the masks that Jacob comes out wearing. They're brilliant. Yeah, they're great. Samoan Werewolf, of course. Here's Jacob Fatu. And I think I'll see how I'm feeling by the time we are done with the show. I might, if it comes on straight away, I might well watch the post-show with you guys. I'll see how we go. But, yeah. Let's just be thankful we got it back anyway. 6-man tag. And I did say for this one, I've got... Oh. Okay. So, someone in the wrestling group has shared a Fightful post. On the chairs at SummerSlam, Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk is listed as a street fight. So if that's true, that would suggest to me that something's going to happen in the build-up and this match will be turned into a street fight. So there'll either be a DQ and we end up restarting under street fight conditions, or we're going to get something backstage. I love that. There's someone with a sign there that says, "My dad says WWE is real." Brilliant. I love some of the signs. I like that they're encouraging them to take them again.
If I was a betting man, I believe that the Bloodline will get along well in this town.
Okay, here comes Royce. Yeah, here comes Royce Keys. Yeah, see if the three of these can actually coexist. LA, Royce, and Solo.
6-on-3, the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. It is his first match at SummerSlam. Spoke to Royce earlier today that he's never been more focused in his life. This is something he spent 20 years wishing and getting ready for.
Yeah, and nerves tend to get to a lot of superstars. I don't see that with
Oh, here comes Solo.
Take no prisoners, no gold suspect. We're going to make his mark tonight at SummerSlam.
Yeah, here comes Solo, making his way down to the ring. He looks up for it.
Wait, let's not forget what Solo Sikoa accomplished last year at SummerSlam when he beat Jacob Fatu inside a steel cage. That is what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Yeah, Solo Sikoa is double tough, and let's not forget the fact that Solo Sikoa is the one man in the family who has point blank refused to rejoin the Bloodline.
And naturally, LA Knight, as I said, gets the biggest pop out of all 6 of them. See, his popularity is not a coincidence. He is loved by the fans, but it's just the WWE never does anything with it. It's weird. Yeah, honestly, it's really weird that they barely utilise him and they've got him stuck in 6-man tag matches rather than pushing for a world championship or a Money in the Bank.
Not to mention his opportunity to try to get a title off Roman Reigns. This man, LA Knight, won the United States Championship back in
LA Knight hyping Solo and Royce up. We're going for a brawl. Here we go, 3-on-3 brawl already.
This is going to be a chaotic brawl.
Jacob's already been taken out the ring by Royce. Usos are working on Solo and LA. Yeah, Jacob and Royce are already out. So Solo's down in the corner. Jay is working on him. LA Knight has sent Jimmy over the ropes and out. Big drop kick to Jacob as well. Just leaves Jimmy and Jay in the ring with Solo. And Jimmy, big splash to LA Knight, Jacob and Royce. And now Jay. There goes Jay. Solo blocks. There we go, just a bit more back and forth between the two. Solo with a crotch chop. And then a big right. Solo's yeeting. What the fuck? Solo's yeeting mid-match. What are we doing? Oh, there we go. Another shoulder tackle. Now got to deal with Jacob. Okay, I think we're going to abandon the graphics. It's messing with the signal here. Alright, Solo's still dancing. He's got Jacob right behind him. There we go. Super kick. And big Samoan drop. Now Jacob. Sent on. And now Jacob pretty much just beating down Solo, because who wouldn't want to? See, now unless you're with LA or Solo, can you blame him? Now he's choking Solo on the ropes. Cheap shot by Jay. LA Knight and Royce Keys have come in. Alright, Jimmy is in now. Solo is down. Jacob's tagged out. Jimmy is in. Referee moving Jimmy away. All right, Jay's back in now. We're going a bit back and forth with the tagging in and out. Now a double team from the Usos to Solo. Now Jay working on Solo on the ropes. Headbutt by Jacob. LA Knight's team's going to get themselves disqualified at this rate if they don't get out of the ring. There's back and forth with the referee. Keep coming in and being told to go back out again. Now it's Jay and Jacob working on him. Now Jay's gone back out the ring. Solo kick to the head. They're telling him to come back to the family. Not going to happen. Now Fatu. Using Umaga's moveset on Solo in the corner there. Cover by Jacob. Solo out at 2. Yeah, running hip. Jacob just cleared out LA Knight. I think he's going to go for Royce as well. Okay, maybe not. Solo fighting back now. Couple of right hands. Jay's literally on the rope. Solo takes Jay off the rope now. Oh, big clothesline from Jacob, but Solo, it's like the Hogan Ultimate Warrior. It's a double clothesline. Both have caught each other just as bad. Going for the hot tag now. Jacob. All right, both get it. Royce and Jimmy are in now. Yeah, Royce Keys and Jimmy Uso are the only men that aren't down. Irish whip. Clothesline from Royce. Now a shot to Jimmy in the corner. Irish whips him into the other one. Jimmy reverses. Clothesline again from Royce Keys. Royce. He's going to go for this. Big power slam. Jay's back in. Oh, pop-up power bomb to Jay. Both Usos at a disadvantage against Royce here. Cheap shots in the corner. Jacob's back. Well, he was back. Royce has sent him again. Super kick by Jimmy. And again. Another big super kick from Jimmy. All right, Jimmy's going up now. Royce is up there. A couple of cheap shots to Jimmy again. Here he goes. Royce trying to work Jimmy back over. Royce, there we go. Turns it into an avalanche. Royce is struggling to get over to him to pin him though. That's all he's struggling with there. LA Knight's back on. Jay's up against the apron. LA's trying to tag in. Okay, we're going for the hot tag again. Jimmy and Royce. There we go. LA Knight and Jay going at it again now. LA Knight. Scoop slam to Jay. Takes out Jacob from the apron as well. LA Knight. He has no one to support him, but neither does Jay. Big elbow to Jay. kicks Jacob off the apron again. Knight went for the BFT. Jay pushes him away. Spear. Cover. Pick up by LA. Yeah, it was a good spear from Jay. He caught him. Yeah, he definitely caught him well. Right, Jay's going to go up again. LA goes up with him. Superplex incoming. Jimmy's up there as well. Superplex. Jimmy's going to go for a splash. Gets a splash onto the back of LA Knight. Solo's back in though. And now spinning Solo. There goes the phone to Jimmy. Jacob now. Impaler DDT. Royce is back as well. Royce Keys and Jacob now. Spinebuster from Royce. Jacob rolls out. Although Royce has followed him out. Super kick from Jacob.
To stay away from a physical confrontation with his longtime friend Jacob Fatu.
There goes Jacob. Both go over the barricade into the timekeeper's area. Ended up power slamming him and taking himself out in the process, did Royce. LA Knight, roll up on Jay. 2. Kick up by Jay. Going for another spear. Hits another spear. Now tags in Jimmy. This could be it here. Jimmy. Splash. This will be it. Cover. 1, 2. Knight kicks. Okay, I'm wrong again. I thought that would be it, to be honest. All right, Jimmy tags Jay back in. One's to the sky. I think they're going to go for the 1D here. Solo gets rid of Jimmy. And now LA Knight, BFT. Good sell by Jay. Cover 2, 3. Okay. Fucked up 2 predictions in a row then. Solo, LA Knight, and Royce Keys defeat the Bloodline. Samoan Spike to Jimmy on the apron from Solo. Able to provide LA Knight with the opportunity to get the win there.
Sikoa and Royce Keys. I mean, that is a highly effective trio, and I don't know what chemistry Solo Sikoa was cooking up with these three, but damn, it worked like a treat. As far as the Bloodline, they are going to have to go back to Roman Reigns, the OTC, and explain why they failed here tonight at SummerSlam. Well, this is the moment.
Yeah, the big power slam from Royce to Jacob was the turning point, really. Yeah, the big Samoan spike on the ropes from Solo. Then Jay got distracted, BFT from LA Knight, and then that was it for that one. Hey, the green shirt guy's there. I only just noticed him. He wasn't at Night of Champions, but the green shirt guy there. That counts as bingo card material. Solo's trying to embrace LA Knight now. Oh, there we go. Knight. He was going to walk out on him then. Okay, second advert break. Of course it is. It's a WWE in America. Of course it's got an advert break. I noticed about the ticket sales. Looks like they've just put everyone into one area again. MetLife can hold at least 70,000 fans, and they've only sold 33,000 for tonight. It's not great. They've sold even less for tomorrow. It's about 32,500 as well. And again, WWE's ticket prices coming back to bite them on the arse. Like, it's the same thing again. Like, this happened before, and it's happened again. Like, the really bad ticket pricing. Oh, here's Gunther. Gunther versus Nick Aldis will be next.
In Aldis' first match in 3 years. It's next.
Yep, Gunther versus Nick Aldis is the next match on the card. So now they're just advertising season 3 of Unreal. Right, I think I'm going to take the opportunity to stretch my legs a little bit. I've hurt my calves because I've started going gym recently, and I've ended up, I think I've just been doing a little bit too much too soon. I've hurt my calves, so I've got to try and keep my legs moving a bit. So just while we are on an advert break for the next 3 minutes, I'm going to take a quick break just to go and stretch my legs quickly. But first, it's that bastard music again. The lousy "We'll be right back" music. I hate it. Right, I'll be back. Okay, we are back. Yeah, we're going for the third match of the night now. Gunther versus Nick Aldis. And of course, that will for tonight leave us with Paige and the Bellas versus Fatal Influence. Cody versus Punk. And what was the other one? Right, so it was the 6-woman tag, Cody versus Punk, and Oba versus Brock after Gunther and Aldis. Here comes Gunther. I'm glad he brought back his old music, Gunther. And to answer your question as to who won, so far we have had Liv Morgan retain against Iyo Sky for the Women's World Championship, and LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu beat. No, they didn't. LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys beat Jacob Fatu and the Usos. Right, here comes Gunther anyway.
And tonight, he wants to officially end the in-ring career of Nick Aldis.
So obviously Gunther's main aim for tonight is to retire Nick Aldis for good. Brilliant. We're doing well for signs tonight, so we've had a couple now. The next one I've just seen was one that said, Nick Aldis, this is for you, and it's a sign with a pack of Walkers on it. For anyone who doesn't know, Walkers are crisps in the UK. That's brilliant. Or potato chips if you're North American. Brilliant. I love that.
Aldis, a leave of absence as SmackDown general manager.
All right, here comes Aldis. Here he comes. His first ever WWE match. Hopefully not his last. We can hope anyway. So of course it is his first match, and obviously there is a good chance that it is his last, but Gunther, obviously the career killer run won't go on forever. Someone is going to have to stop it. He's in good shape, Nick Aldis. Looks up for it. Well, that's typical. Just open my window, try and get a bit of a breeze going, and some dickheads having a fire. I love it in Birmingham, it's great. You cannot beat Birmingham mentality. Right then, I have Gunther for this match, so let's see if I screw up my third prediction in a row. Right, here we go. Kept up by Aldis. And Gunther gets him into a headlock, works him down to one knee. And Gunther brings him back down. Now Gunther is just trying to work down Nick Aldis. Yeah, just trying to work him down early on in this match. And now works him back up. Off the ropes, Irish whip by Aldis. Shoulder tackle by Gunther. Aldis runs over. Gunther leapfrogs and rolls out the ring. He's up on the announce table. Well, Gunther seemingly better off than Gunther, you could argue, based off the early stuff here.
He had to finally defend himself. Whether you agree with his actions or not, Aldis had to stand up for himself at some point.
Yeah, I did not agree with Nick interfering in the matchup at Saturday night's main event a couple of weeks ago. But
now Gunther takes Aldis into the corner. Now, there's the first chop. Aldis responds with punches, though.
1992 Summerslam, Wembley Stadium in London. Was the turning point in his life when he watched Bret Hart and British Bulldog do battle.
Now, Irish whip, and again. Oh, Aldis has caught Gunther when he tried to crossbody. Nice. Big suplex. Cover. Pick up by Gunther. Now Aldis. Gunther kicks him away. Yeah, Kingsland Cloverleaf. He was going forward. Oh, chop from Gunther on the top turnbuckle. Aldis goes down to the outside. Yeah, big chop from Gunther. Yeah, it was a very big chop by him, to be fair. Now Gunther sends Aldis into the ring post. Face first. Now Mickey Jones there. And her son as well. Now both men back in the ring. Aldis, Gunther, cheap shot to the head. Chop by Gunther. Aldis feeling that one as well. Oh, the rippling on the chest of Nick Aldis there with the chop, that last one from Gunther. Now a chop. Chop again. Aldis chops. A few punches to Gunther now. And one of his own. Irish whipped into the corner by Gunther. Down to his knees now, Nick Aldis. Now, off the ring post again goes Nick Aldis. Turnbuckle, I should say, wrong way round. And Gunther. Irish whipped into the corner by Nick Aldis. Backbreaker. Now he's going to go for the clover. Gunther again kicks him away. Oh, here we go. It's the sleeper hold. Sleeper hold from Gunther. It's how he's retired all the others. It's locked in. Aldis down to one knee. Aldis struggling. Oh, he's working back up now. Runs Gunther into the turnbuckle. And Aldis. Oh, big clothesline. Gunther's gone up top now. Aldis is there with him. I think we're going for the suplex. Nick Aldis now. Yeah, big superplex. Both men down, similar to the spot in the six-man tag match where we did get the pause for the hot tag. Really, just there's no hot tags in this one. So both men are down. This is our pause for the match, as such. And now the chance of "you still have it." Aldis fighting back again. Chop from Gunther. And again. And another. Gunther again. Aldis. Big clothesline. Oh, one from Gunther as well. Works both ways. Aldis. Clothesline. No, Aldis. Running power slam. Cover. Out at 2 is Gunther.
As you said to Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, main eventer of SummerSlam 92, winning the Intercontinental Championship. So that's what the match that really made Nick Aldis believe.
Aldis going up to the top rope now. Aldis. Gunther up, ducks him. Aldis. Gunther catches himself on the rope. Big kick to the hamstring. Now, power slam again from Aldis. Here we go, he's trying to go up again now. Aldis. Big elbow drop. Aldis going to go for another one. God, state of his chest after the chops. And another one. And Gunther's back up. Nick Aldis has the cloverleaf. Will Gunther tap? Will Gunther tap to the Kingsland cloverleaf? Middle of the ring. Nowhere to go for Gunther. Right in the middle. Nowhere to go. Gunther. Cloverleaf. Oh, he's made it to the rope. Aldis has to break it. Gunther forcing the rope break just at the final opportunity.
This could be his chance, his opportunity for one of the biggest upsets in WWE history.
No. Going to go for another running power slam. Gunther able to get off, sends Aldis into turnbuckles. Sleeper hold again. Aldis reverses, puts it on himself. German suplex. Now Gunther. Big power bomb. Stack pin. Aldis out at 2. Now Gunther just trying to wear down the back and the front of the chest to lock in sleeper hold in the middle. And sleeper hold is in. Middle of the ring. Aldis down. Working his way up. Now here we go again. Aldis up. Oh, back down again. Is that it? Oh, he's tapped. Nick Aldis taps. Well, I have predicted my first right match of the night. Gunther does defeat Nick Aldis. So you got to wonder if that's it, career-wise, for Nick Aldis. Yeah, Gunther does defeat him by submission. And he's just said to the camera that was a lot harder than I expected. Yeah, but the second time Gunther was able to get the sleeper hold in, you could tell it wasn't coming back from there. Yeah, you could tell there was no way he was going to be able to get himself back up from that second time. But Aldis had some good defense in that, to be fair. Yeah, he did well. Gunther celebrating on the stage.
Nick Aldis has absolutely nothing to be embarrassed about here tonight.
Aldis in the ring now on his own. So is this it for his in-ring career? After one match in WWE. Standing ovation for Nick Aldis. Mickey James and his son are coming up to the ring now as well. They're chanting, "You still got it" at him. Now, family raising each other's arms in the ring. Yeah, imagine if Kevin Owens or someone shows up now. Imagine if... Okay, it didn't happen, but they're on a Club WWE advert. But imagine if that had happened, that would have been cool. This Club WWE shit seems a bit pointless, to be honest. It's just another way for them to make quite a bit of money. But it's a WWE, of course. It's a money maker. Yeah, of course, it's going to be that's going to be their main method, and it will never be anything else. So they're just showing the outside. Yeah, just showing the outside of the arena at the moment. They're doing another one of these stupid SummerSlam screenshot things or whatever it is they're doing. I don't quite know what it is, to be honest. But yeah, just going through various iconic moments from throughout the years. Yeah, it seems to be the thing that they're doing the most at the moment. Oh, that was actually quite a short one. No, 3 minutes 30. Alright, same again. I'm going to go and stretch my legs. My calves are absolutely killing me, to be honest. So I will be back. Okay, then we are back. They've got a blimp flying around the ring at the moment. Unfortunately, it isn't the blimp here. It's a Club WWE branded blimp with a big QR code on either side of it, trying to get people to sign up to it.
Ringside by our Spanish announce team, none other than Soto and Marcelo Rodriguez. Hey guys, thank you, Wayne. Go on, go, amigos. Somos latinos.
So I think they've just, I think they might have just swapped over from everyone on ESPN because now they're introducing Cole, Wade Barrett, and the Spanish announce table. No, they're just showing all the millions of celebrities. I assume you mean is Michael. I'm showing the card. I can. So the matches we've got left are Oba versus Brock, Hell in a Cell, Cody versus Punk, Fatal Influence versus Paige and the Bellas, which is coming up now. The Bellas are on their way out. Well, here's Brie. Pretty sure I put Fatal Influence for this. I think I did at the top of the stream. Here comes Paige. I love that we got Paige back again. It's brilliant. And here comes Nikki Bella. Right then. So Bellas and Paige are on their way down to the ring at the moment. I always forget that the Bellas are Hall of Famers. Well, to be fair, I don't think many people remember the fact that Rey Mysterio is as well because he wrestles so often. I love that they're joking about Michael Cole being a sex pest. Brilliant. Brilliant. Wade Barrett tried to accuse Michael Cole as being a sex pest. Might be my commentary highlight for the night. Right, here come Fatal Influence anyway. Yeah, here they come. Obviously have got the tag titles. Yeah, Paige is good. Obviously I'm probably going to be a little bit biased in her favour, of course, another British wrestler. Doing well for that on this card. We've got Barrett on commentary, just had Aldis, now we've got Paige as well. So you think the people to look out for in this are obviously Jacy, Jayne, but Fallon, Henley and Lainey Reid are the tag champs. Yeah, of course, Paige and Brie were the tag champs after WrestleMania. So it looks as if Brie Bella and so it's Fallon, Henley and Brie Bella that have started off. Russian leg sweep by Brie. Yes, kicks from Brie. And again. And here come the other members of Fatal Influence trying to get rid of Paige. Nikki Bella countered from the apron. And back up they go. Paige with a splash to Lainey Reid. Nikki Bella with one to Jacy Jayne. Elbow by Brie. Yep, there's Jacy Jayne. I feel like there's going to be a lot of shenanigans in this one with who. Ooh. Big shot to Brie's head, big boot from Lainey Reid. Another cannibal from Jacy Jayne. Now, Fatal Influence having a bit of a moment. Now, Brie sent back into the ring by Jacy Jayne. Sent on. Cover. Kick out just before 2. Now Jayne with a splash to Brie Bella in the corner. Lainey Reid is in there as well. Irish whipped into Brie Bella. And now Jayne does head out to the apron. Right, cover. Brie out before 2. Now headlock is in. Irish whips Brie into the corner. And again, elbow. Now Brie just trying to fight against the numbers game. And now out she goes through the middle rope. Brie going to go for the hot tag. Looks like Brie's hurt herself. Here comes Lainey Reid again. And right hand to Paige. Nikki Bella still on the ropes. Shoulder tackle by Brie. Now she can go for the hot tag. Alright, Nikki Bella's in. Clothesline. And again. Then face first off her knee. And then Jacy Jayne able to stop any damage being done by Fallon Henley. And that was going to be Nikki and Lainey. Face breaker, cover, kick out by 2. Now, went for the rack attack 2.0. Caught out by Jacy on the ropes. Now she's going to go back. Small cradle. Kick out at 2. Big right hand. Now Lainey Reid on the shoulders. Here's Henley. Now Paige, super kick. And a senton. Face plant from Nikki Bella in the corner. Jacy, Jayne, Gunner coming to break up the pin there. Yeah, the pin gets broken up. Super kick to Paige. 4 women in the ring at the moment. Now Jacy, Jayne having a moment. Brie Bella, big right hand. Yeah, Brie with the right hand. Now brings Nikki back up. Now that we're going to go for a 1D by the looks of it, but Lainey Reid went for a roll up. Big knee to the face of Nikki Bella. Now Fallon Henley. Double team suplex. Cover. Paige is in to break it up. And now, yeah. There's a lot of back and forth, and obviously it's a 6-person tag, but even more so than what you would normally expect. Jayne goes through the ropes, even though Brie made no contact. Bit of a botch there. Henley with a bulldog. And now taunting Nikki Bella. Brings Nikki Bella up. Nikki reverses. Caught with the right hand, both down. Now Jacy wants the tag, gets it. Nikki nowhere to go. There we go. Now she's got one. Paige is in. Able to move her out the way. Paige. Sunset flip. Big roll up. And Paige kicks away Lainey Reid. Big clothesline by Jacy Jayne though. And that is it. I don't know if that's how that was able to... If that's how that was meant to end, because Fatal Influence have just won the match with a single clothesline. I think that might have been botched. Because a 6-woman tag match would never normally end with just a single clothesline into a standard pin, but it has there. And I was right, I'm 2-2 now with the predictions. Paige and the Bellas do lose. It's probably the worst match of the night so far, to be honest. I don't think the crowd was really interested, unfortunately. I enjoyed it though. Good match. Half decent in the end. But yeah. Yeah, it was different the way that ended. It did just seem a little bit impromptu as such. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking at it the wrong way. Well, here's Paige and the Bellas in the ring. I feel like if we're going to get a turn, are we going to get a turn? Yes, we are. There we go. The Bellas have turned on Paige. There we go. I called that. I think that's the first hot take that I put forward that I've got right all show. Because no one from the Judgment Day turned on Liv. No Rhea Ripley, no intervention from Zilla. And it was a clean win for Gunther. No Adam Pearce. And I said it was a clean win. Oh, I did say that there would be a turn, maybe. And Nikki Bella turns on Paige.
I don't think this is just about a loss tonight. This has to go deeper than that. These three women are closest sisters. Paige failed 3 out at WrestleMania.
So the Bellas walk out on Paige.
At SummerSlam, are the real Bellas all back.
That's the Bella twins we knew for 10 years. Paige just left helpless in the ring. So, I mean, we're down from a team of 3 back to 2 then. It's just the Bellas again. So we've got 2 matches left, the 2 biggest ones on the card. Next up will be Brock Lesnar versus Femi, Hell in a Cell. And then we've got Cody versus Punk. To be honest, I feel like if we're going to get a segment that upgrades this match from singles to street fight, like what was leaked on them chairs earlier, then I think this is going to be where it happens. I'm just trying to find it.
Germany tonight. Dublin, Ireland. Imagine what that party must be like. Guinness is getting sank right there in Dublin. Mexico City, Mexico. Enjoying SummerSlam. How about down under in Australia? Melbourne is partying tonight.
Plenty of different fan zones they've got set up.
Enjoying SummerSlam.
They're doing an announcement for Triple Mania in September, the Triple I. Just trying to find the thing I saw earlier about the chairs. Ah, here it is from Fightful. No, it's not quite clear in that bonus. Okay, no, it's not. There. Look at that. Street fight. Punk, Cody, undisputed WWE Championship street fight. So I do kind of feel like something is going to happen in the coming minutes. Oh, here we go. They're showing Punk and Cody both working out at the moment. Oh, that's next. So Brock and Ober is the main event. The World Championship match is next. Okay, that's actually quite a surprise to me. I would have thought that would have closed out the show, but clearly Hell in a Cell is their biggest priority for the night. So Punk versus Cody is next. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm curious to see how this goes. Because like I said earlier, there's a potential for Randy. We know Kevin Owens is there. The Rock maybe. And it all depends on the outcome. So let's see how this goes. And yeah, we're on another one of them stupid advert breaks. Right then, we're back. They have announced Survivor Series for Saturday, November the 28th, and if you do watch my channel for the wrestling content I do with all the figures, Survivor Series will be on the 28th of November. It's only a one-night event, which is good. It's good that they are keeping Survivor Series to one night because, of course, there was a small chance that they did try to make it a two-night event, which luckily they haven't. Because I can only imagine how they'd try to do it. They'd end up doing bleeding. Women's Survivor Series would headline one night, men's does the other. It means they'd end up having to make about 12 matches just for Survivor Series, which you do not need. The one night's worth of SummerSlam for Survivor Series because you got the two War Games matches in that. So they're just doing a wide shot at the outside of the arena. I feel like we might get Kevin Owens here. Oh no, we're on a bloody Street Fighter advert. So we've just gone through a 4-minute advert break, and we come back to a Street Fighter film advert. Man, America, no adverts. See, I am not used to this shit over here. Like, if we watch TV, we will have an advert break once every 15 minutes if it isn't live sport. In which case, obviously, football, you just get the full half. Oh, what is this they're doing? I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're doing some animated thing. Street Fighter. That's weird. They're doing bloody Street Fighter, like animation sort of things with wrestlers to promote the film. So really, it's got nothing different to all the games that you've got with, you know, the likes of... Oh god, they're using Street Fighter to promote the World Championship match. Okay, no Kevin Owens just yet. Anyway, we're going to get Cody's entrance next. Street Fighter sponsored, naturally. Is that film actually out yet? Because they were advertising this at WrestleMania. Well, there's Cody. Jesus Christ, it's not out until October the 16th, the film. Oh, God. I was going to say, because we had the adverts for it at SummerSlam, at WrestleMania. Right then, here goes Cody. And I'm going to stay loyal to what I said. Punk retains. Do we get the heel turn or something of that caliber? Or do we get Kevin Owens, Randy Orton? Anything could happen. Cody's wearing Street Fighter inspired gear. I love Cody's special masks and everything, like the figure ones as well. I got this with the Ultimate, the first championship defense Ultimate, the Cody mask. And it looks so good on it. Because just the way that I can build up my Cody Rhodes figures, now I've got the jacket. 3 different attires as well. If I use the Ultimate that it came with, I combine it a little bit, because if I use the mask, I'll end up using the belt from one of the other elites. But if you want to do a big appearance Cody Rhodes with the mask, then you'll end up doing either... This is more likely to be a WrestleMania jacket, all gold. So now this is how the Ultimate came. Good gear on it. And if you wanted to do it, I don't know, like SummerSlam or a Rumble maybe, but this is the gear. Of course, there is something else you can do with it. If you do have the pretty rare over here regular Cody figure jacket, then of course buttons on it are a little bit awkward. Then of course you can do it both ways to have the normal Cody Rhodes So yeah, I do like the masks that he uses for special entrances at either Manias or SummerSlam. Yeah. Do we reckon we get the heel turn then? That's what I want to know from anyone watching. Do you think we get the heel turn? And if... Oh, there goes my drawer. That's brilliant. Front of the drawer keeps falling off. So if you think we get the heel turn, and that's what you think, I want to know why you think we are or aren't getting it. Yeah, will we get it or not? Why not? I want to debate. I'm bored. Well, I'm not bored as such. Like, that's a bit vague, me just saying that. I've run over my charger again. Gonna end up breaking the damn thing at some point. I keep running it over with my fucking chair. Got loads of wires going on down here. It's like a high-tech setup. I am not good with electrical equipment. Right, here comes Punk. The door's just opened. Hang on. Okay, someone's just come out of CM Punk's dressing room and gone straight back in. That's weird. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. So Punk's on his way. That's all he should be anyway. Unless he gets ambushed by someone. Here he comes. I do like where the cameras follow through. Where is his music? CM Punk's come out to no music. I wonder what this is all about. Is this maybe a sign of the future potential heel turn? There's the music. Right, that was confusing. Yeah, to say the least, that was a little bit confusing. I think he just wanted the proper moment with the it's clobbering time with the fans there. His 12th SummerSlam match. I don't know what his win-loss ratio is. But, yeah. It's more vintage CM Punk gear this time. It's like the lime green and yellow trunks for Punk.
The undisputed WWE champion, CM Punk, dressed in the colors of the NHL's Minnesota North Stars, who used to be part of the NHL's Great North Division. Long-time result, recognized for the North Division. Known back in the day as the toughest division in all of the NHL. On the back of Punk's jacket, the number 20, celebrating the 20 years that CM Punk has been a professional wrestler.
Charles Robinson referee shit's going to happen to him in this match, unfortunately. It's pretty much guaranteed that if you put Charles Robinson on a big world title match, he's going to get abused. I know that sounds absolutely horrific, but it's true. If you put him in a world title match, just look at Night of Champions from last year. It's a prime example of the referee just getting abused. Yeah, it's great.
Hints of a spark or a smile between them. Maximum tension in both their faces.
Let's come up to our ring announcer, the great Alicia Taylor.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and is for the undisputed WWE
I wonder if we are going to get Kevin Owens, if he will maybe interrupt the introductions, like, or anyone going to return. A lot of boos directed towards Cody, to be fair. Yeah, getting quite heavily booed. Not just CM Punk as well. Well, looks like we figured out who the crowd are for tonight then, CM Punk. CM Punk's first defense of the title. Not a bad time to do your first defense, of course. SummerSlam. Let's just be thankful this isn't a fatal four-way like it could have been if Saturday night's main event had been a different outcome a couple of weeks ago.
Senior official Charles Robinson will work this matchup tonight. Pumpkin, Cody Rhodes battling it out for the undisputed WWE.
CM Punk just playing a few mind games for Cody Rhodes. Right then, let's do this co-main event, I suppose. Even though you really would have thought this would have been the main event. But... okay then, we're underway. Did we get a handshake or anything? There's a standoff at the moment. No handshake. There we go, we've locked up. Grappling in the corner at the moment. Going back and forth with chops. Just back and forth with the chops again for Cody and Punk here. Big part looking to be played by Punk with the mind games. Yeah, Punk's going for the left arm of Cody. Punk just trying to wear Cody down a bit more. Now, headlock, side headlock for Cody, trying to work Punk down a bit. Runs off the ropes. Clothesline cover, Punk out at one. Against Cody there. Side headlock, take down Punk.
Summerslam, actually 3 years ago, beat Lesnar at this event. Last year, we beat John Cena. Cody's been on a roll at SummerSlam. Well, Cody's been on a career roll for the past 3 or so years. It's an all-timer, historic.
Now Cody getting worked back up by CM Punk.
Eventually, you run out of good fortune in these big moments. So it could be that night for Cody. Yeah, Punk trying to get him.
Shoulder tackle again. And again, the side headlock takedown. Cody again goes for submission. Now Cody works Punk back up.
No one's taken the big swing quite yet. It's a feeling out moment, knowing full well that one mistake will give your opponent such an advantage. And when the margins are so small between these two, that could be the killer.
Chop again from Punk. Well, upper hand early on has gone to CM Punk. Can't deny that. Now Cody just trying to get it in his favour. Chop to Punk in the corner.
Just cannot do that against an opponent as dangerous as Cody or as Punk. You have to play it careful. Punk who won the championship in early July. Surprise entry against Sami Zayn at Monday Night Raw in Punk's hometown of Chicago. Something that really sent Sami Zayn off the deep end. He's got an opportunity tomorrow night at SummerSlam Sunday.
Kick to the back of Cody, who's against the ropes from Punk there. Don't know how I feel about Cody Rhodes' gear. It is a Street Fighter inspired one, obviously. So whoever does win this, obviously the winner of tomorrow night's #1 contendership match. Well, I say tomorrow night. It's already 1 o'clock. Bang on, actually. So for all I know, that match might kick off. I said, for the purpose of this tomorrow night's card. Obviously, I will be back on tonight at 10:30, of course, and we'll do it all again. But yeah, there's obviously the #1 contendership match. Sami Zayn and Finn Balor. Cody able to take Punk out the ring through the middle rope. Now Punk works back up. Headbutt to the midsection a couple of times. Oh, God. Followed up by a knee. And Cody. Suicide dive to CM Punk.
Connection. Upper hand for Jayne. Yeah, Cody back in the ring to break the count. He understands he's got to enter submit the champion to win the title. Champion's advantage here tonight. And now Punk driven.
No. Punk goes into the timekeeper's zone. Cody Rhodes just throws him over and goes back into the ring, gives himself some recovery time. But obviously that he comes back out, just breaks the fall again, the count at 10. Big right hand from CM Punk. And a big splash. Flying clothesline.
Cody Rhodes, he needs to get the monkey of CM Punk off his back. That ghost that's haunting him. The fact that despite his time on top, despite the fact that he's beaten everybody, he still has to do it to CM Punk.
Punk going up towards the top rope now. Double axe handle. Just trying to wear down the arm of Rhodes again. And now Punk. Big suplex. Cover. Kick out at 1 by Cody. Now Punk going for the eyes. Irish whip. Cody drops down, shot to the eyes of Punk. And Cody Rhodes, Irish whip, and again, reverses, drop kick by Punk. Oh, Punk's hurt his knee. CM Punk has hurt his knee. Bad landing from the drop kick. And again a running knee in the corner. And now Punk went for a bulldog. Cody has the knee and drops Punk down. That isn't going to help him. Oh, big shot to the back of the knee from Cody. That's dirty. So, I mean, if we're dropping little hints at a potential heel turn, that might be one of the things you could look at just to say, was there signs there if it happens? Now Punk trying to lift Rhodes up. Rhodes working on the knee, rolls through. Dragon screw to CM Punk. He's just really isolating the knee of CM Punk. Yeah, he's just really working on it. Is Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes now going to try to put CM Punk's legs between the ropes just to try and inflict more damage. But Cody with a right hand, and now he will get the leg. Just going to work on it. Yeah, there's no way that the GTS gets hit with the current state of CM Punk's leg. Now, Cody, right hand to the head of Punk again. Now, Cody takes him down again by the leg. Punk's writhing round in pain. He's really done his knee here. Now he's got the knee in a submission for Cody. Leg lock. Now Punk, a few right hands. And a kick. A couple of kicks to the face. There's a third. Cody falls. So in short, Cody has one arm, Punk has one leg. Couple of elbows to the face. Cody caught out. Both men down. Punk actually uses the weak leg to take down Cody Rhodes on the middle rope there. Yeah, good counter from Punk. Otherwise, he was going to fall victim to the Cody cutter. Bulldog. CM Punk maybe getting a little bit of momentum, maybe a bit more feeling in the knee. And now, power slam. Punk moving about a little bit more freely again is what I have noticed. Just a little bit, nothing too major, but just a little bit more movement for CM Punk. Cody stops him going up to the top rope. Sat on top turnbuckle now. Cody Rhodes. Now Cody's superplexing coming. I think we've had one in every match. This is our 5th match of 6 on the card tonight. I'm pretty sure we've had a superplex in all of them. Cody falls. Okay, we're not going to get a superplex, or just yet anyway. CM Punk going up to the top rope. He wants the elbow. Big elbow hits it. Cover on Rhodes. 1, 2. Kick out by Cody at 2. No real concern with any closeness to the 3 count for Cody there. Yep, perfectly executed elbow by Cody. Caught with the majority of it on that injured arm. Punk signaling that he wants the GTS. Cody is up. Couple of elbows to the face by Rhodes. Few more elbows from Rhodes now. Goes up middle rope. Finally hits the Cody cutter into the cover now. 1, 2. Kick up by Punk. Both men with big opportunities to try just to get a bit more on the offensive in their favour. Cody and Zagura. Disaster, I should say. Cover again. Kick out by Punk. 2.5. More like Punk. Getting a little bit further away between the counts. Well, I should say Cody. Getting a bit closer to 3 each time. Now Cody going up. Top rope. Cody cutter. Cover again. 1, 2. Kick out again. Punk is getting really close to 3 here, though. He's getting a lot closer to 3 every time as Cody Rhodes here. Cody waiting for Punk to get back up again. It looks like he might go for the crossroads. Cody going to go for the crossroads now. Punk in position. Punk kick to the arm. Wants to go for the GTS. Cody has the leg. Cody now. He's going to go for the figure 4. Punk kicks him away. Cody goes arm first into the turnbuckle. Roll up by Punk. Kick out 2 by Rhodes. Now Punk. GTS caught. Cody. Figure 4 now. Figure 4 by Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has the figure 4 locked in on CM Punk, middle of the ring. Is this it? Punk hitting out at Rhodes' leg. Is Cody going to win the title, and is he going to win it by submission? And Cody Rhodes, shots to the face, he's moved up. Cody's able to sit up in the figure 4. Is Punk done? Cody Rhodes for the 4th time. Can he become the champion? Punk trying to turn it over. Both men, it's like the impasse almost. Just with where they are. He turns it over now. It's Cody's problem. And able to break. Charles Robinson has to break it up. Punk used the ropes in the end. Both went down. Punk looks most likely to get back up first out the 2 of them. Now Rhodes again. Cody trying to be pushed away by Punk here. Gonna go in again. Cody rolls him up. Now through to the front. Kind of ice. Locked in on Rhodes. Is this it for Rhodes? Is Cody in trouble here? No, uses his foot to break on the rope. CM Punk forces the break just before potential disqualification. No. Punk catches himself trying to kick out at Rhodes there. Ends up catches himself with his knee. Bad leg again, he forgot about it. He's just working Cody down a bit more in the corner. Using a good knee to repeatedly blow towards the head of Cody Rhodes in that corner. Cody trying to will himself back up into the match, trying to work off the top rope. And now CM Punk has Cody up. Cody gets to the ropes. Brings him back down. Now Cody going to go for an Alabama slam here. Spinning Punk round. Punk able to get out of it. Rolls through. Now he's got it in again. He's locked it in right in the middle of the ring. Is this it for Cody Rhodes? Cody Rhodes in the submission. Is this it for Rhodes? Nowhere to go. He's in the middle of the ring. CM Punk has his submission locked in. Cody just trying to use the face of Punk to break the hold. Is Cody fading here? Rhodes trying to help himself, and he's able to. And Punk, jackknife cover. Cody works up. Is this going to be the counter? It is into the crossroads. Cody covers. 1, 2. Kick out by Punk right at the end. Final opportunity. CM Punk uses it to kick out. Cody thought he had it. Punk able to survive. He rolls through right at the end there. Really good counter and reversal. And the amount of times that's won Cody Rhodes matches, especially in situations like this. Cody's up. Punk's still down on the mat. It's all Cody's momentum at the moment. Yeah, all his. Cody feeling it. And now Cody Rhodes is going to try to bring CM Punk up for another crossroads. Obviously, the arm is still hurt. I think now he's going to have to go for maybe a superplex because he's put Punk up to the top turnbuckle. Superplex looks to maybe be incoming. Oh, he's going for the crossroads. Both men up. And Cody's down on the mat here. And Punk's going to try for the elbow. CM Punk, big moonsault. Oh, he missed. He missed. But he covers. Cody kicks. I was going to say there was no way that could have been finished. He bloody botched it. Punk's literally laughing about it. He fucked it up that much. Yeah, he completely screwed up the moonsault and the landing. Yeah, he totally knackered that one. Yeah, now they're just trying to cover it up on commentary. Yeah, just trying to cover it up that Punk really screwed it up. Actually, that would be fair. So, I mean, clothesline by Punk, cover. Cody kicks again. Now Punk got to bring up Cody again. No. GTS he tried for. Cody able to get away from it. Punk. Axe handle. Now going to go for it again in the middle of the ring. Hits the GTS to Cody. Cody down. Is that it for him? Punk's down again. He's hurt the knee even more. Trying to scoot over to Cody now. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out by Cody. Last chance again. Cody Rhodes not going away like this. Punk got close. Didn't come off for him though. It was a nice GTS and Cody pretty much flare flopped. Just without the long wait. Yeah. Oh, Cody is out of the ring. Now Spanish announce table, it's a standard. It has been brutalised. As far as we've made it 5 of the 6 matches through the card without the Spanish announce table being used as a weapon yet. But here we are. And now the Spanish table's about to be used for something here. What's Punk going to do with this, and will it benefit him? And Cody trips Punk. Cody went for crossroads. Punk has Cody near the table. And now Cody pushes him down into the ring stairs. Cody breaks the count before there's any chance of a count out or anything. And now I think Cody's going to go for the English announcers table as well. This is going to happen. Something big is coming here. Nothing comes of it just yet with the announce tables. And Punk tried to get Cody. He gets him with the GTS. Is that it? Covered by Punk. 1, 2. Cody gets the ropes. Cody able to get the ropes, but that was the only way he was able to survive there. Yeah, Cody Rhodes just stays in it. He's on the verge though. Another good GTS from CM Punk to Cody Rhodes. And Cody just grabs the ropes. He's rolled out the ring again. Now, Cody is flat out. Now Punk trying to get Rhodes on the table. Oh, he's going to go for the elbow, isn't he? Cody is out on the table. Now, I've just noticed it might just be wind, but the ring apron just moved a little bit. And I think CM Punk is feeling this here. I think he's going to go for the elbow. This is going to make or break this match. If he hits it, it's done for Cody. If Cody moves, it might well be done for Punk. Punk trying to work himself up to be able to get up to the top turnbuckle to go for this elbow. And Punk going to go for the elbow. Cody moves. Punk goes through the table. Cody able to move. Yeah, I think CM Punk's dead. Yeah, Punk's gone knee first through the table. Now Cody has to get him into the ring. Yeah, Punk landed on his bad knee. That's what's hurting most. He didn't even go elbow first through the table. That's the worst thing for him. He went bad knee first through and then rolled when he landed. So now Cody going to bring CM Punk up. Just try and get him back into the ring. I think all he'd have to do from here is hit one crossroads with the state that Punk's in, and that would do it. And CM Punk is in the ring. And Cody trying to move back into the ring himself. And now Rhodes, I think he can feel it. That he might have the opportunity here. And Cody feeling it now, obviously the arm's still playing up a little bit. And Cody disaster. Oh, I told you, did I not say Charles Robinson would get hit here? Right, Charles Robinson's down. Cody's hit him with the cutter instead, and CM Punk goes for the GTS, hits it. Punk down on the canvas. Cody stumbles onto the shoulders of Punk. We've seen this before. This is how he won the World Heavyweight Championship from Gunther last year. He came off the ropes. He hit Gunther with a second GTS and won it. But the difference was then there was a referee. Cody now crossroads. Punk rolls out the ring again though. And I mean, even if he hadn't, there's still no referee there. Still no official. Oh, he's back. He's back. There's Randy Orton. RKO to Cody. There he is. There's the Viper. Randy Orton comes in through the crowd. RKO to Cody Rhodes. So Randy and Cody is not done. All Punk has to do now is just get into the ring. I don't even know if he'd have to hit a GTS regardless of whether the referee is there or not. Cody's laid out in the middle of the ring. Punk. I don't even think he knew that Randy was there. Now Punk back in the ring. The referee's coming up as well. Charles Robinson coming back to his senses here. Punk operating on one knee. Now CM Punk. Cody's up. GTS. That's it, surely. Cover. Come on, Charles. 1, 2, 3. CM Punk retains thanks to Randy Orton. CM Punk retains the World Heavyweight, the Undisputed World Championship because Randy Orton interfered, RKO'd Cody Rhodes. Punk still knew nothing about it. What a match. Yeah, very good match. But now, the main thing to consider, do we get an aftermath? This is what I said about Punk holding the title. And this time at SummerSlam, there's no one to cash in on him compared to last year. There's no way this is where they're plugging Street Fighter, for crying out loud. Surely they've got a better taste than that, but apparently not. Cody had some good opportunities in that match, but like I said, Punk to retain. And I mean, I'm now 3-2 on predictions. But Randy Orton is back. First time we've seen him since WrestleMania, where Cody Rhodes did retain against him. Yeah, the main event of night 1. And then Charles Robinson, even with the slow count from being knocked down through that Cody cutter, wasn't able to stop Cody Rhodes losing. And now Cody sat on the outside of the ring. Punk, still the champion then, goes up to the top rope, holds up the title. So no Kevin Owens in the World Championship match then. So do we maybe get him before Brock versus Oba? Is that what we get, maybe? Yeah, maybe that's where we'll get him. Maybe it's not to be involved straight away in a storyline again. It's more so just to actually return Kevin Owens to the WWE, and he might just come out, say, I'm back, I'm clear. And then on SmackDown, he will maybe go back to a storyline. But I believe we're going on another break. So after this, unless we do get a segment regarding Kevin Owens, our main event is up next. And it will be... Well, no, maybe we're not getting a break. Brock versus Oba, Hell in a Cell main event will be next.
Say is wow. Yeah, absolute disaster scene here at ringside. Imagine how the body makes CM Punk and especially Cody Rhodes feel right now. Never forget about Randy Orton.
Quite the week, WWE Radio debuting Sirius XM channel
So
156.
it does mean that with the Hell in a Cell, no one's going to get hauled off the side through a commentary table, because both the Spanish and, well, actually, is the Spanish commentary table still there? In which case, it might still be used. They've got the NXT commentary team on this as well. They've got them doing the radio thing on the WWE radio that they're trying to advertise. Yeah, Vic Joseph and Booker T. But yeah. Okay, Hell in a Cell is lowering. Yep, that cage is lowering. The first Hell in a Cell match since Bad Blood 2024. Will this be Brock Lesnar's final match ever in the WWE? It's his hometown, his home state, and it's 1-1 in the series between himself and Femi. So, it's coming. Okay, that's very different what they've done there. So they've made Danhausen human money dollar bills. And I don't know if anyone else saw that. There's been videos of Danhausen working an ice cream van outside the arena. Because obviously tomorrow they've got their human monies on a pole match. Danhausen versus Dirty Dom. And of course, Penta Gable interim women's title, contendership, Intercontinental World Heavyweight and US titles. Well, we should be on the post-show team at the moment, but can't hear them. Big E, Corey Graves and Joe Tess. So that'll be the post-show after the main event. This is brilliant. You can only hear them in the arena. And it looks like they might maybe, I don't know, it's just where they've stopped it. They might let Brock and Ober into the ring first before bringing down the Hell in a Cell. I don't know, maybe just from where they've stopped it from lowering just above the ring. But the cage definitely isn't down fully. Can guarantee you that. But of course, I'd never mentioned this earlier. Brock Lesnar has never lost a Hell in a Cell match. So, well, there's a couple of places you could look, really, isn't there? You could argue that this has got to be his last Hell in a Cell match, surely. And with that being the case, would you argue that they might just as well keep up an undisputed, unbeaten streak for Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell? There's a lot of things to explore with it. But no, obviously, Ober won at WrestleMania, Brock won at Clash in Italy, and now Hell in a Cell. So at the moment, they're just running through a video package summarising Brock versus Ober so far. And I do find it weird that there's just been no mention of Ober Femi winning the King of the Ring because he's not using the title opportunity, or what we know anyway. I mean, technically he's still entitled to it, but you could argue that he isn't because it was meant to be for a championship match at SummerSlam. And unless Ober manages to get himself involved with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins tomorrow, which isn't going to happen, we're not going to see the title match, are we? That he was entitled to from winning the King of the Ring at Night of Champions. So given that my thing said this will run till 2, I'm starting to think that's not going to happen. It's already 20 to 2 and we've not even got we haven't even got entrances or the sell down yet. So I'm going to lean closer towards 2:30 it'll finish. So we're not going to be watching the post show tonight. And I imagine it won't be that tomorrow as well. Now they're lowering the sell properly.
The first ever Hell in a Cell match between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker and the debut of the Undertaker brothers. Here tonight, Brock Lesnar, Oba Femi will this structure and look way at the tail of the tape.
Yeah, they are carbon copies of one another, of course, Oba with a massive experience differential.
Yeah, there's a lot of difference between Brock and Oba, but you could argue the only main one that they've got is age. Brock has 21 years on Oba Femi. Same weight, same chest. Oba's a bit taller, but... So, first out is... Well, you'd think it'd be Oba. Here he comes. Here comes Oba. So, Oba Femi on his way out to the ring. Oh no, they've lifted the cage back up again now. Should probably try to make their mind up a little bit. Oba's on the stage now anyway. They're doing the strut cam as such. Just everyone in the crowd strutting to Oba's music with him. Obviously, Oba Femi's first time in the Hell in a Cell. So yeah, they are into the ring before the cage lowers. Weird. Well, Oba is anyway. Brock's probably going to try and be a badass and climb to the top or something. That wouldn't surprise me. So the only match Oba Femi's lost since joining the main roster was Clash in Italy against Brock Lesnar. So we went undefeated the entirety of the King of the Ring. Yeah. Well, Royal Rumble doesn't count. But yeah. Singles loss. They've put the tables back up, by the way. English and Spanish commentary tables. So, I mean, if we wanted something to happen with the tables, it could.
The King of the Ring. There can only be nerves when you are stepping into a structure like this. First time at SummerSlam, first time in Hell in a Cell, and oh yeah, the beast incarnate is going to be in there with you.
It is nearing 2 a.m. in Nigeria. That is where Oba Femi's father, me, the rest of his family are watching here tonight to see if Oba Femi can conquer the beast inside Hell in a Cell.
Right then, we're waiting for Brock. Maybe his final ever. Oba just waiting for him. Right then, where is Brock? Oba waiting for him. This might be the biggest pop of the night. Brock Lesnar. Here he comes. Yeah.
Broadcast partner
Yeah, you probably got to say that's the biggest pop of the night. Brock Lesnar's there. Paul Heyman by his side, of course. This might be the first time I've ever seen Brock Lesnar wearing elbow pads. That's like a cursed wrestling image. Brock Lesnar wearing elbow pads. That's weird. Not weird that a wrestler's wearing elbow pads, but the fact that it's Brock Lesnar who's doing it. Some things will never change with Brock Lesnar. Just that entrance. Iconic. We're used to it.
Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is just the second time in the history of SummerSlam.
Second ever Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam.
Back in 2008, The Undertaker and Edge.
The other one was Undertaker and Edge, SummerSlam 2008.
Speaking of The Undertaker, twice in his career, Wade, he was locked inside this structure with that man, Brock Lesnar. And both times, the Beast, Brock Lesnar, defeated the Phenom in the structure once known as the Devil's Playground.
Cole, this matchup is all about pain, endurance. You mentioned several of the accolades of Brock Lesnar. We know all about his WWE career.
Alright then, main event. Ring introductions will be done in a second.
Brock Lesnar's life could be defined by the endurance of
Obviously a year ago, well,
at home inside
wrestling wise, you could argue it's a year ago tomorrow that Brock Lesnar returned. Obviously it's not date to date, but just after the main event at SummerSlam Night 2 last year, Cody Rhodes had just beat Cena in the street fight for the world title. And who came out to return? Mr. Lesnar. Oh, Paul Heyman's going to do it from on top of the Spanish announce table. Jesus Christ. Imagine if he goes through it.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Introducing the Beast of the Proctagon, weighing 303 pounds, fighting out of the University of Minnesota.
Obviously bigging it up because Brock Lesnar's the local boy in this. I still see Femi coming away with the win.
Gentlemen, here we go. There are no rules. You win via pinfall or submission. You can use the Hell in a Cell as a weapon. Again, for the first time in his career, Femi will be locked inside this structure. We talked about pressure. We talked about nerves. Can Femi harness that tonight, Wade, and somehow pull off this win over the Beast?
So the cage lowering for the final time now.
Acid drag is now kicking in the body of Femi. There's nothing you can do in the Performance Center in Orlando that prepares you for this. There are no trial runs for Hell in a Cell. You just have to experience it. And
Right then.
good luck.
And the Royal Rumble this
Cage
year,
still isn't
Lesnar
down.
eliminated Oma. Oma would beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Brock would return and clash in Italy to beat Femi. The rubber match of sorts here tonight. Lesnar, Femi, locked inside. Hell in a cell. Senior official Chad Patton is only there for a pinfall count and perhaps a tap out.
Yeah, only way to win, pinfall or submission. No countouts, no disqualifications, and anything can and will go, of course, inside Hell in a Cell. Alright, we're underway. Brock, straight away, over Femi, getting the better of Lesnar. Body shot straight away in the corner. Big splash in the corner from Oba to Brock. And again, the Brock Lesnar curse, where he can do 3 seconds of physical activity and he looks like he's been running out in the Premier League for 90 minutes in a heat wave. He's already red-faced. 2 German suplexes already from Lesnar. Third. It's going to be a lot of this. Oba's straight back up from the third, though. Big momentum. Now, big clothesline. Lesnar goes outside. First hit off the steel cage for Brock Lesnar. Now, sends Lesnar face first off the ring apron. Now, big Irish whip into the side of the Hell in a Cell to Lesnar. And Oba, Irish whip into the stairs. Now Lesnar. Good go for a suplex. Oba stops him. Oba gets one himself.
Brock Lesnar has talked a lot about the importance of the late great Hall of Famer, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig from right here in Minnesota. What Mr. Perfect meant to the early career of Brock Lesnar.
Now Oba Femi sends Brock Lesnar shoulder first through the ring steps. Because he's actually ended up hitting them and they've broken apart just on Brock Lesnar hitting them. Oba under the ring. There's a table coming out here. Now he's got the wire. He's got one of the camera wires. Brilliant. Oba Femi's setting up a table over on the far side of the cage. Lesnar's back to his feet. Big right hand from Oba. And Lesnar Irish whip through the table. Oba Femi, this match is his early stages. No other way to put it. All his. Oba going back to Brock now. He's got 2 chairs. Both in the ring. I have noticed there is a toolbox under the ring. Are we going vintage Hell in a Cell? Lesnar's got the stairs straight to the face of Oba Femi. And again, 2 step shots to Oba Femi's face. Oba's down. First time, really. It's good go for a third. And again, 3 steel step shots square in the face for Oba Femi. All of them connecting properly as well. Lesnar, 4th German suplex.
The steps to the table. Lesnar's gone through a tremendous amount of punishment. The back as well of Brock Lesnar. The welts on the skin are a tell, but the real damage is deeper beneath the surface. The internal damage to the muscle.
Now Brock Lesnar.
The skeletal frame. That's what
5th German suplex.
Guess what? It's not going to get any easier. A 5th German suplex kicks, and after each one, Femi finding in a bit more pain. A true
Lesnar's got the chair now
the king of the ring tonight.
to the back of Femi.
Focusing on the back of Femi, that steel chair echoing through the stadium.
Treachery everywhere you look inside.
So I've been going on to 10 minutes. We've already had a chair, steps, a table, and again with the chair now, Brock Lesnar. Utilising the fact that weapons are allowed within Hell in a Cell. Kicking the arse end out of it, really, but God knows when we're going to get the next Hell in a Cell. We've already been waiting more than 2 years for this one, so there goes Lesnar. Big suplex, not a German though, still on 5.
So Femi is going to learn a lot about himself right now, just as we are all learning about Femi every time he's on TV. Has never been in a position to have to endure this level of pain. We don't know how he's going to react. He doesn't know how he's going to react. But we do know how Brock reacts in that cell.
So Lesnar,
Than anyone else in history.
big suplex onto 2 chairs for Oba.
This time onto the steel chairs. I mean, he's locked inside the ring with a beast, with a 10-time world champion, a 2-time Rumble winner, a king of the ring, a man who beat The Rock at SummerSlam in 2002 to win the WWE title, beat Cena in 2014 to win a world title.
Now, Brock Lesnar. Oba is up
With Femi up on his shoulders and Brock
and receives. Oh, Oba counters. Irish whip.
now up and down.
Big from Oba there. Oba able to send Lesnar into the ring mat. Both men back on their feet now. Oba and Brock going back and forth. Exchanging shots to the midsection. Splash now. Oba going back and forth between the turnbuckles. Going for a third shot on Lesnar. Brock moves. Brock Lesnar. Oba able to counter the F5 again. And big chokeslam. Oba Femi. Big power bomb. Standing power bomb from Oba Femi. Oba Femi. Fall from Grace. Cover. 2. Lesnar kicks. Lesnar kicks just after 2. So, I mean, you could say it's still relatively comfortable. Oba sits up, kicks Oba in the chest. Now he's going. This time, F5. Oba straight back up. No sell Oba. Back up for a second one. And another. Oba straight back up again. That's ridiculous. Yeah, here we go. We're going for a third. Third F5. Alright, Oba's not back up from this one. Kick out by Oba just before through. Brock is back up, obviously, after delivering all the F5s to Oba. Now, Lesnar, another chair shot to the back of Oba Femi. Here he goes again.
Ridiculous amounts of violence were not enough to finish the job. What do? You turn up the dial even further. Brock Lesnar knows that better than anyone.
Brock Lesnar's ripping up the ring mat. Oh, God. Here we go. Lesnar's exposed the hardwood under the ring here. Okay, what's he doing? Yep, the wood of the ring is exposed. Lesnar exposing the boards now. I think he's going to go for the F5s to Ober on the boards. And Brock now. Ober will just land. Ober. Oh no. Lesnar. Tombstone pile driver on the wood. And now he's using the Undertaker's pin. 1, 2, Ober kicks. Yeah, imagine if Taker shows up now. Can you imagine that? Just because Brock Lesnar used the Tombstone and couldn't get the job done. Imagine if Taker shows up. That would be the sort of thing they would do, to be fair. It'd be out of nowhere. Ober's back up again, though. And Ober Femi just punches the chair away from Lesnar. And Ober, fall from grace. Cover. Ober Femi defeats Brock Lesnar inside Hell in a Cell. So is Brock Lesnar done? So Ober wins. Michael Cole's on about Brock Lesnar retiring. So if this is the last time that we see Brock Lesnar, he's left a long-lasting impact. So Ober Femi does, of course, get the win. If we look at this feud with Brock Lesnar as the series, does mean Ober has won it 2-1. Lesnar down on the mat now. Ober Femi just trying to get back to his feet. Just a little bit emotional after his win. Yeah, it was a good match between Lesnar and Ober to finish off night one there. I'm still hopeful that we might see Kevin Owens somewhere. I mean, really, Brock Lesnar exposing the hardwood floor of the ring was the beginning of the end for him, if you want to look at it that way. The Tombstone pile driver, that would, of course, have finished off anyone else doing the Undertaker's signature pin as well. And then Ober with that fall from grace, and that was it. So the cage is gone. Ober's still in the ring. I can't see Brock Lesnar. And Ober Femi does get his big moment. Yeah, Ober, of course, Ruler does get his big moment. So it's a proper passing of the torch. between Brock Lesnar and Femi. So, graphics are on the screen. Lesnar's coming back to the ring now. Yeah, Brock Lesnar coming down to the ring. It looked like he applauded over Femi there. Lesnar's going to come into the ring. Or is he? Yeah, Lesnar is going in. He's either going for one more fight or he's going to call it. Come into the ring now. Takes off his elbow pads. Yeah, he's put his hand out to shake Femi. Embraces him now. Similar to what we saw 3 years ago with Cody Rhodes. After their series, Brock Lesnar parading Femi around the ring now, raising his arm as the true winner of their series. Lesnar's asking for a microphone. I think this is it for him. But Brock Lesnar has got the microphone now. I think this is it. Oh, he's told Oba to come back into the ring. Told him it's the new era of WWE. Shakes his hand again. Tells us this is the future. This is the past, this is the future. Points at himself, points at Oba, raises his arm again. So no retirement, but a proper passing of the torch.
We never thought that we'd ever see another Brock Lesnar again. You are maybe looking in the mirror, but that man is
So
not
Oba
Brock Lesnar.
gets almost a seal of approval from Brock Lesnar. Whether he retires on Raw on Monday night or what, I don't know. But that looks to be it for us. Yep, show is off. And that is night one of SummerSlam done. 2026 night one of SummerSlam is done. So a quick recap of the night. Liv Morgan retained the Women's World Championship against Iyo Sky. LA Knight, Solo Sikoa and Royce Keys defeat the Bloodline, Jimmy, Jay, Uso and Jacob Fatu. Then we saw Gunther defeat Nick Aldis by submission. And then Fatal Attraction defeated Paige and the Bellas, which led to the Bella Twins turning on Paige and abandoning her in the ring. Then we had the co-main event. We had the World Championship match. We had Cody Rhodes unsuccessful in his efforts against CM Punk, who retained after, of course, Cody Rhodes ended up accidentally taking out the referee with the Cody Cutter, and it all just went south from there. And, of course, Randy Orton returned in that match, and that was the catalyst for Cody Rhodes' unsuccessful effort tonight. And, of course, the main event there, Brock Lesnar defeated inside Hell in a Cell by Femi. And that's it for tonight. That is us done. I will be back on in about, let me think. I'll be back on in about 16 hours-ish. Ready to do it all again tonight for night 2 of SummerSlam 2026 for the WWE. And I have one thing to ask before we go. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Good night.